It's time to join the ultimate adventure with D&D and Nerds Candy. When you find Nerds Candy on store shelves right now and purchase them, you will unlock one of 7 adventures. And let's take a look at some of the adventure for the Orange Fighter. Harmony is normally a very colorful, a very prismatic kind of place, but recently the color has been slowly leaching out. You do find yourself, however, in your martial arts gym. What exactly are you doing right now? Like, how do you get prepped?
So I try to line up targets, and I'll take my axe and I'll do a 360, almost trying to do a trick shot.
You throw the axe and it goes right into the door as it's slowly opening up, and these 2 rough and tumble people come in.
I do not know what I did to you, but if you want to fight, I am always ready to fight. So I'll back up against the wall, and then I'll just take aim at the thug on the left and try to throw my hand axe right at his skull. Oh, wow. So 20s and 2s today. Okay. So that's a 7.
You toss it and it hits the other throwing axe that you already missed with into the door again. They are going to make an attack on you. Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
Ooh, natural 1. So he moves forward. I'm going to kill you right now. And then the henchman behind him, his comrade in arms, rolls a 1 and stabs him in the back.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'm just going to run up. You should have ran. And it'll be a dirty 20 on natural 20.
Oh, nice. Go ahead and roll that damage.
And just a little pierce, just a little soft. I'm sorry. Sorry I have to do this.
This was a bad career move. Oh. No. At that moment, the door, which you had closed by your multiple throwing axes hitting it, opens again. My name is Mr. Honeycutt. I am a lore keeper. I'm part of the Lore Keeper Society. I don't know if you've heard of us, but we are very invested in saving this world. And we have determined that there are a variety of gems that we need. And I need you to find the Peach Gem. There is an ancient and old mausoleum. My sources tell me that that is where this Peach Gem is located.
I accept this mission. I will save the world by getting the Peach Gem.
That's fantastic. I am not without the ability to help you to some degree. I do have a very powerful magical item.
Oh.
That is slightly used. It is a necklace of fireballs, and there's one left. But
so you're giving me exactly 1 fireball. Hey, would you be able to stay and watch my dojo?
Absolutely.
If someone happens to tell you that, you know, you need to pay for door, that is not my problem. And then I'm going to try to start scurrying at the door.
You just rush off. Wait, who's going to make me pay for the door? Find yourself walking through the deep forest outside of the city of Harmony. You see a crumbling building being reclaimed by the forest itself. Stone walls poke through the vegetation, and you do see, as you are looking around for tracks, a barred iron gate.
I want him to just take his shield and just full ram the gate, like just where the padlocks are, just like charge.
You rush forward with your shield, having not been successful at destroying the padlock. You do, however, destroy the entire gate as you just burst through it. The gate itself, much weaker than the locking mechanism around it. And you find yourself in the mausoleum. As you are moving down into this very creepy cave, you feel like you're being watched.
I think Orange would just I would just draw my sword.
The moment you draw your sword inside the cave, a gray tendril of slime slaps the sword. It begins to rust, and you now have a -1 penalty to all of your damage rolls. The slime full on comes off the ceiling and starts trying to travel and follow you. You run down the stairs, and you do find a wooden door, but it's extremely tough.
Well, I am good. I'm good with doors, but I do not have my axes. So then I think I'll stand against the door and like just wait for I'm gonna fight the slime right here in this little
You
area.
do stand against the door. In that moment, the door just kind of opens.
Yes. What?
It just kind of creaks open, and you realize like the door is really tough, but it's not locked.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to barricade the door with all of like the spear, everything. Just get it all up against the door and angle it so that it's hopefully keeping the door closed.
There's like a few cracks in the door, and you see the gray ooze try to like push its way through, and it eventually just kind of gives up.
This is the first time that the door has been my ally and not my enemy. And I'll touch the door. I will throw no axe at you, and I'll turn around and start heading down the hallway.
So there's, a door to your left, there's a door to your right, and then a little further down the hallway, there's another door to your left and the right.
So many doors. I mean, I can't make this many friends in one day. I think that he would just walk over to the first door on the left.
You do hear this strange sound coming from the other side. You hear this kind of clanking. You hear scraping on the ground.
I'll burst open the door. I am looking for Peach Gem.
2 skeletons who've just been like wandering around the room and keep on knocking into each other over and over and over again. And they immediately raise their swords.
I rolled a 23 total, and I'm going to run up and slash the closest skeleton.
Go ahead.
That'll be...
Remember, you got a -1 to damage on that as well.
-1 to damage, right? Not the attack. So then the damage total will be 9 instead of... Oh, no, yeah, instead of 10. It'll be 9.
You break right through its skull and shatter its ribcage. The next skeleton swings its sword at you. You take 6 points of damage.
Oh, that's a lot, actually. Okay.
It rolled the highest number possible.
Oh, my goodness. I go from the bottom up. So, like, nerd run, and then just... sheath between the legs and right up.
And the skeleton just splits in 2.
I will take their sword and I grab I leave them my rusted sword and grab one of the new shiny ones.
You go over to the next door. You open the door and you do see a skeleton. The skeleton is surrounded by hard candies and wax paper wrappers. And there's a parchment and a wax seal clutched in its hand. It is not moving around. Appears to be a long-lost recipe for Professor Fizzwidget's famous tart and tangy candies.
I think I must take this now, just because I took it from you already. It would be a shame if it sits here. I will take it. Maybe someone else needs it.
Perfect. Where do you go now?
I'll go to the door on the right, since I'm already on that right side.
You open the door, and there you find another empty room, and there's a sarcophagus in there.
He's gonna open it. Yeah.
Okay. You open the sarcophagus and you do find a skeleton that looks robed, very librarian-esque. And you do find a scroll. And it looks like a scroll of protection versus aberrations.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I will go to the last door, and if Gem is not here, I will have that man's head.
You open the door, and hovering in the middle of the tunnel is an assortment of weird trinkets, just seemingly floating in the air. Equipment, bones, skeletons, and an odd shimmering surface. And it reveals a giant gelatinous form filling this entire passageway, wall to wall.
Oh no. I do not like that, and I know I'm probably gonna fight him, but I'm gonna grab my amulet and cast Fireball on this cube. Fireball first, everything else later.
You do 27 points of fire damage to this gelatinous cube. A pseudopod just kind of like bursts out of the gelatinous cube and just barely misses you as your head moves to the right. And it strikes the door. The door starts to smoke as it does so.
I must end this sound quickly, and I'll take my sword and try to rush down the hall. I roll a 5, but it's 10 total to hit, which you said hits.
How do you decimate
this
gelatinous cube?
I would start, because I'm running down. He's coming out the door. I'm running, and I'm just going to keep running. Just like, you will not absorb me today! And then just run right through this cube as far as I can.
Just barrel through this gelatinous cube, and it just kind of explodes over all the walls. And it dies, quivering, and slowly just kind of melts.
Oh, this is the worst smell. I do not like this.
It is a rough smell, but you do see a beautiful gleaming sword inside. You sense this has to be magical in some way, and you find yourself a great sword +1.
Ooh, nice.
What's weird, like this jello-y mass that's on the ground, you now see the heart of the gelatinous cube, now dead, is a peach-colored gem.
I do not like this, and I'll grab the gem and just start walking out. I got what I came for. Goodbye.
So you arrive back to Harmony. You find Mr. Honeycutt who's left a note in your martial arts place. He's left a note letting you know that he is at the local tavern, and that there you should return the peach gem. You go to the tavern and you see Honeycutt. Oh, hello! Brave fighter, did you bring the thing that I asked for?
Yes, I have found this, and I will hold it up as a champion.
This will help us save all of Harmony. I appreciate you, brave warrior.
All in a day's work. And plus I got this new sword out of it. Look at it. It's great. It's got magical properties.
That is an amazing sword. I'm sure you will be using that soon.